Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. And oh boy, Jeff Defo DeForest.
Spectacular already, my friend.
We're at Delaware Chicken and Seafood and Hollywood. And boy, what a big day. Talk about it's like Hanukkah, which starts tonight, Christmas, Festivus, Kwanzaa, all rolled into one. But for you, my friend, it's also Yom Kippur, because are you really going to be going through with this fasting Michigan stuff that you're doing? Not with this in front of us.
Well, no, this will be the Last Supper for me for a couple of days. And what better way to kick it off? I started to do some calculations in my head. And I thought, okay, Mayo's probably got stone crabs hooked up at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, where the show originates from today. And then you know that Gene's going to take care of things because he's got the cream spinach, which you call spinach dip. But it's just like the best cream spinach I've ever had.
I think it works either way. You can put some
it is thick enough that it would work as a dip as well.
What about this chowder too? I mean, his chowder
is beautiful.
One spoonful was unbelievable. It's like the loving spoonful, and then on top of that, today is the first day of gambling. I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it down 441 to get to Delaware, because the celebration is on at the Hard Rock across the street.
Right across the street. It's the first day that they're rolling out the new sports betting, roulette, and craps. And like I said, Defo,
how are you not
here,
invited? I mean,
across the street, it's like Christmas and New Year's and Hanukkah all rolled into one. And we welcome.
But wait a minute,
Gene.
how are you not one of the dignitaries that is at the opening? Gene, you know this guy, right? I mean, he's a celebrity in town. And you were saying who? Joey
Fatone is up in Coconut Creek. Across the street tonight, they got Bruno Mars. They got a whole bunch of A-listers. Mike Tyson's coming in. Dwayne Wade's coming in across the street. This morning over at the Classic.
Mayo?
Well, they've seen the way I eat. So,
but
luckily these guys don't hold it against me here at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. And we welcome back to the show great manager Gene, and I call him Gene the grilling machine, but today we gave him a break. All he had to do was do some cracking.
That's all.
But he does it better than anybody else, man. I mean,
didn't have to grill
nobody else
anything
does
today.
That light tap like he does.
We just go back there and then grab a bunch of stuff, throw them on the plate, and then serve you guys.
Look at this. So what are we
doing
today?
This is while you're doing the show.
This is the holiday extravaganza, and I'm so excited because
it's like the seven fishes.
In my world, like every day is a holiday because it seems like I get feeded with all this great stuff.
Who turned you on to this idea? I mean, you got to give credit where it's due once in a while.
It was I was going to say Neil Rogers. It was Norm Kent actually who came up with the idea, but you were the one who were able to execute it, bring it to fruition.
I brought you a Fugazi deal on a radio station, and the next thing you know, you met Lubie, and here we are on TV. It's fantastic.
But we've come
with Gene
full circle. I mean, this is what we envisioned. It is that we'd go around to different places around the counties, all over South Florida,
unbelievable,
and showcase some of the great bounty and hospitality at different restaurants and different markets. And again, Delaware Chicken has been doing it a long time, since the 1950s, and at this location at 4191 North State Road 7, right across from the Seminole Classic Casino, since 62, 64. Doug Carter still going strong in his 80s. And we've got Gene, who always takes great care of us, and this is the perfect place to pick up stuff like this for the holidays, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. It's our pleasure to invite our customers in during the holiday times. We're going to have lots of stone crabs, like you could see.
Speaking of stone crab, I think
it's time to dig into the bounty.
No, I'm going to offer you the first one, my friend.
All right, I'll grab one of these.
And
these are the large?
That's the large, yes. Okay, they're like 4 to 5 in a pound.
And then, I thought they were colossal.
They've never been frozen before. That's the key thing. We don't sell them.
You can tell the way they just fall right out. Look at the way this falls out. And when you see this tip doesn't stick to the shell, that is the sign of the ultimate freshness.
Correct. That is correct.
Well cracked,
and this is beautiful stuff. Oh, we've got the mustard sauce, which for me is an essential.
Yeah.
And look at that. Look at the way it just comes straight out with both. What do you call these? Like little black tips. It's kind of like it has a little bit more of a.
That's
what goes into the little claws.
Yeah, I don't even know what pincers. I guess you call it the pincer meat. And some people don't find this. It's a little bit kind of on the. I don't even know what you call it. It's more like on the fattier side, maybe. But I like it. It's a delicacy. It's very.
I'm going
to
let you have the first bite. Never mind all that.
All right.
Go ahead.
And,
slob it
well,
out.
I'm gonna go. Let me put some of the sauce
Enough
and
with the
not the
analysis.
stuff that I was
Yeah.
with my
There you
fingers.
go. Look at you.
I'm gonna do a nice little thing. And this is the one bite claw, but you got to remember there's that cartilage in
There's
the
a
middle.
little cartilage right in the middle before you
Mine came
try
out,
to
so
swallow
it was
it.
really good.
Yeah, you just there you go.
Wow.
That's how you do it.
Oh my god!
That's how you do it.
A real South Florida delicacy.
Once again, like
I
I'm
mean,
changing a diaper.
As usual, disgusting.
Get
I mean, in your barbarian approach to eating.
My God,
That was great.
I declare this
Napkin.
peak stone crab season because
Mhm.
I know we talked about this before, whether in there's certain parts of the, if it gets sweeter as you get into the middle of the season. I think this is outstanding. And I know we sampled some back in October, right when season started in October 15th. But I got to say, these are sweeter and more tender, and they came right out of the shell. And that might be the best stone crab I've ever eaten in my life.
You know what? You're not far off there, Mayo. I mean, you're making a legitimate case. Now, Christmas, very popular for Christmas parties. Now, Gene, I mean, you guys must get slammed with stone crab orders. So what's the approach? If you're going to have a party and you want to feature like a lot of stone crabs, and you're absolutely right. There's a big difference. You can tell when they've never been frozen before.
Yes, sir.
And you guys are getting the freshest straight. I mean,
We get them out
these
of
were in the ocean like yesterday.
every day.
Fantastic.
They come
Wow.
in every day. And then if you're planning on having a party, like most people would, I would recommend that you place your orders ahead of time because it's going to be on a first come, first serve basis. We will never have enough. We never had enough to please the clientele. It's
Supplies
always
are limited. Yeah.
It's always a limited supplies. We'll never be able to do it. So
Wow.
I recommend everybody please place your order as soon as you can. So we could put it as a, first come, first serve basis. And we have it all. We have the stone crab, we have some steamed shrimp, we have the cream spinach, we have coleslaw, you name it, you come in and get it. And as far as steak concerned, we have great cuts of
you've got
New
the
York strip.
ribeye.
We have the ribeye, we have the filet mignon. We also have the beef tenderloin. And if you want some prime cut, we could also order those for you.
Do you do like rib roast?
We're gonna have we're gonna have the roast, the crown roast. We're gonna have those as well.
Do you guys get lamb chops and like
Lamb chop is a regular item we have here. We have the
I know that's very popular at the New Year's dinners and Christmas dinners. You do a rack of lamb or a whole bunch.
You really
of little-
declared that the best stone crab you've ever
Yeah.
had? That was fantastic.
You know why?
Because it's the one you had just
It's all
last.
bought and paid for. Right, and it was the last one I've had, and but it was actually, it's so sweet. I mean, it really.
What a great job! Yeah.
And you mentioned obviously holiday platters and parties. Also coming up, I think we need to make note of is not this Saturday, but a week from Saturday on the 16th. It is the annual winter boat parade in Fort Lauderdale, and I know a lot of people have boat parade parties, and a lot of people come
Stone
here
crab's
and
very
stock
popular,
up on the shrimp and the stone crab and the platters for the boat parade party
yes,
too.
yes. If you want anything that you want, like a shrimp platter, a stone crab platter, or even a chicken wing platter.
Oh yeah.
You can call us. Yes, we could get them ready for you. We cater. The only thing we don't deliver, but if you order it, you're gonna come to pick it up. We can do it for you. We can get that ready for you. We can even have a smoked fish dip platter
you
ready
haven't
for
tried
you
it, Michael. Come on.
with all the crackers and
involved.
This is
everything.
a two-sided dip bowl.
Yeah, one is the pink one is the salmon,
Oh,
and
I
the
love
other
your
one
salmon salad. And
is,
a lot of
is the
people,
tuna, smoked tuna.
if you haven't tried their salmon salad, it's got to me, because I'm a Jewish kid from Brooklyn that loves my bagels with smoked salmon, lox and stuff. This is like getting, you could spread this on a bagel or a cracker. It's got that beautiful, salmon has a distinct
honey baked flavor.
All right. Go ahead, Mayo man.
Oh, so good.
Involved? You like it?
And then their classic fish
Smoked-
dip,
which is make with the smoked tuna.
mhm.
This is the most popular one. A lot of people buy this
Oh, yeah,
around the
thank you very
holiday.
much,
Well,
Mr. Mayo.
yep.
Yeah, yeah.
I
We're
was
gonna
gonna have you
yeah.
dip
Yeah.
cracker, but we had tubs of this for the Thanksgiving table celebration that I had, and it's always a hit. People just love this fish dip. It's great as the appetizers
Wow.
before you get to the turkey, but also great during the whole holiday period and throughout the whole year in the winter. This is your fish dip sells all the time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Every day we sell lots of it. We also got
That's fantastic.
one new item that it's not really new, but we always do it around the holiday. And a lot of people think that's really, really good. It's the smoked turkey breast spread.
Oh,
nice.
spread.
Yeah,
Nice.
I did some sample the other day. It was a hit. A lot of people like that, and it's gonna be available for the holidays as well.
Wow, that
Beautiful,
sounds like something
Mhm.
good. And again, a lot of people into the poultry. I assume for like the holidays, you also sell ducks and some of those smaller
Yeah.
chickens, like the capons. And do you have like Cornish game hens? Or is that the same as the capon?
No, the Cornish hens, it's the smallest one. It's like a little poussin, a
Mhm.
small chicken. And the capon is a noodle chicken. It's almost like the size of a pullet, a little bit
Mhm.
bigger, like 8 to 10 pound. The Cornish hens game is less than a pound, sometimes a pound to pound and a half.
That's
And,
individual servings.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have the duck, the Long Island duck, and we'll have the turkey breast, the whole turkey. A lot of people get some whole turkeys. Also, what's good about this holiday, we're gonna be cooking as well.
Well,
So if you want a
Really?
cook item, you want a rotisserie duck, you want a rotisserie turkey breast, you want a rotisserie turkey roll, you can always call us and get them ready. We're not gonna have a lot of cooking done for Christmas Eve, but prior to Christmas Eve, you could place your order. We could do anything for you. It's
Right.
the whole turkey, turkey breast. We have no limit on those.
I was making note of the holiday hours. It's posted on the door on the way in. And
Mhm.
again, with the Christmas Eve is on a Sunday and the Christmas Day is on a Monday, it's a little bit different this year. But you guys will be having extended hours on both the Friday and the Saturday when a lot of people are coming in and doing their Christmas Eve, Christmas Day shopping. We do a feast of the seven fishes at my ex's house. And by the way, happy unanniversary today. It was 21 years ago today.
that you got divorced.
Day of infamy.
Oh,
No, 20 that we hitched, that we tied the knot. It was the
How
wedding
drunk were
day.
you that day?
No, it
You were
was a
fine?
wedding day. It was a joyous day. We thought it was going to.
Where does
was
where
filled
did this
with-
take place?
It was actually a couple of doors down from our friends at Ocean Manor. It was a
In Fort
hotel
Lauderdale?
on Galt Ocean Beach. We did it. We took our nuptials, the vows on the deck overlooking the Atlantic on a very windy day. So we had a
Alright.
videographer, and all you heard was, "Do you?" Like it was so windy you couldn't hear a thing.
No. Were there odds about how long it would last? Or, was there
I
an
assume some
over-under?
guests were probably laying odds, but you weren't there. But
Okay, yeah.
no, but
I would
anyway,
have been making book there.
we're still friends. But it was 21 years ago. So if the marriage had lasted, the marriage would be old enough to drink today. So I will raise a couple of glasses in the honor of
You hung in there a long
21 years ago, day of infamy. Who knew that on December 7th the marriage wouldn't last?
That is
Uh,
life.
time. Perhaps if circumstances
That
and
is
times were
life.
different, it would have lasted. Who the hell knows?
At least you guys are still friends.
But we do the Feast of the Seven Fishes there, and she loves to cook, and we have all the seafood. But again, you guys are going to have extended hours on that Saturday, open at 7 a.m. Sunday, Christmas Eve. I think I saw something about like it's going to be cutting off 4:30 is the closing time. So
Yeah.
if you're going to be coming in and picking up any items for the Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, you got to get in here by 4:30 on that Sunday. I think it's opening at 8 or 8:30. I'm not quite sure, but
we're gonna try to open as early as we can. As soon as we get all the orders done, we always open the door. Sometimes we got a holiday schedule, but we always open early.
Yeah.
Earlier than the schedule that we posted.
get people in and out, very efficient, and of course closed on Christmas Day as they deserve. And
Look at the action in here now, Mayo.
oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's unbelievable.
this is prime time.
never
got-
stops.
Now you got with all these casinos across the street, when people make a score today for the first time at a roulette wheel or a craps table
How about a sports?
or a
bar?
sports game, you come right on in here and just reward yourself with a whole big nice catch of stone crab or shrimp or whatever tickles your fancy here.
Yeah.
I mean, this place is great.
I can't believe Joey Fatone got an invite before you.
that was at Coconut Creek.
At
too.
Coconut Creek, not
Yeah.
even like an auxiliary casino. The guy's at.
Well,
Yeah, very nice.
It's It's all
You're Mike Mayo.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I'm here. There's no place I'd rather
You were
be.
making your bones in the
Then
city.
he's
When,
here.
yeah.
Where would I rather be? Losing my money at a craps table when somebody rolls out,
You're winning
or
today.
surrounded by these beautiful
having all
stone
this great
crabs.
food.
I
Unbelievable.
can't believe it. And
Fish
Yeah.
dip is sensational. Unbelievable. And of course, the cream spinach, extraordinary. No, Mike Mayo. I mean, you're Mr. Food.
At
yeah,
least, at least today you can eat. You don't have to wait.
Mhm.
Right
after
after this?
the test. I
Mhm.
remember the last time you couldn't
This is
eat.
this is my last meal after this.
right. Last time, that's right.
I'm
Every
going
time,
on a hunger
why are
strike.
you so Michigan of Jeff Defo the farce? Last time when he brought out the
Well, that was a
beautiful
blood test. It was no big deal.
pre-Thanksgiving
Yeah.
spread, and he brought that great turkey. It was the
You know what's
we call
great? I
turkey
ate
roll.
it in
It's
the
a-
car, though. I ate it in the car on the way home from the doctor's office.
You
I
couldn't
was
wait to
eating
get
with
home,
my
huh?
fingers. It's part of our show. We wanted to do dining while driving, and it was fantastic. I love that turkey roll.
That was
That's
good. That was
yeah.
it's like
I love
all
that.
rolled into one without worrying about bones and carving.
delicious,
And this
yeah.
is just slice it up, and you had that little blend of the dark meat with the thigh along with the breast meat. It was delicious, and I assume and that stuffing was so good. You
But
guys
I'm going
really
in a
nailed
chair
the
after
stuffing, the
this.
cranberries. That's in the past. That's Thanksgiving.
No food for 2 days after this.
But
Wow.
you
So
do.
this is my last meal. I'm going.
You're gonna
all
go
in.
on a hunger
Yeah,
strike.
Yeah.
He's doing one of
Basically,
those
yeah.
cleanses of fasting. It's not even for a colonoscopy. It makes no sense to me why anybody would go 2 days
Oh,
without
Mr.
eating.
Keto over here. Well, I had a piece of bologna today, and I wasn't allowed to.
Well,
I
you know,
mean,
if you
come
don't
on.
have
You
the-
bored people to tears for
cut
3
out-
weeks with that.
If you cut out the sugars and some of the starches, sometimes that does
That
a
helps.
body good.
Yes,
And
sugar is
you-
the worst thing, but you need sugar for energy. But sugar is the
I had to plan
the
this
worst
for
thing
after
for
the
your
Stone
body.
Crab Festival here.
But this place
doubt.
is great for keto. You know, people who are watching their carb intake, keto-friendly diets. We used to call it Atkins diet back in the day, and then it became the South Beach diet. But whatever diet you call it, that kind of cuts out all the starches and breads and pastas and sugar. This is your fantasy land right here because you could subsist on the fish dip
Yeah,
and the shrimp and even the spinach because that has just vegetables and cream, which
Cream,
is all
yeah.
good on those diets, as you know, Mr. Diet Expert.
I've never
and
gone on one of those
stone crab.
things. No, I'm not crazy.
All
like
you do is just starve yourself for 2 days.
Well, we'll
That's
see.
nuts.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm
This
going to
one
make
calling
it.
my name
Yeah.
here. This is all great.
Trying to leave one for Lubie.
No, I don't know. I don't know. What are the? Let's
Just leave one.
he might not be able to get any.
once we're setting odds,
He had
what
some
would
the
you like
last time.
the odds on
Of Lubie
having
getting in on
any
this?
stone crabs left by the time the show is over?
I was, designated to bring one home for the Mustang. So
Okay, all right.
I gotta
We'll
do
get
that,
that. Any event. Oh, so you mentioned that you do prepare some foods and you can cook for people if you give enough notice. And the phone number here again is 954.
Yes, 954-983-6831. Call us ahead of time. I mean, it doesn't have to be a long time. Let's say today you need something. I still got time to make it for you.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah?
You got a few hours. I could get you a turkey roll, or a turkey breast, duck, Cornish hens, you name it. Anything.
and cook it.
And of course, you have the usual during the day. You have rotisserie chicken and roasted chicken and
Yeah.
things like that. That's kind of
These
the
are
grab.
regular. We have the rotisserie
grab and
chicken
go.
right now.
Yeah.
And the roasted chicken.
So, my question to you though, ham. You don't do any hams or anything like that, or
Yeah, we do ham.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, we
You-
do honey baked ham. You call us. I was on the phone with a customer not too long ago, asking questions about getting a honey baked ham. So we do honey baked ham. If you call, same thing. It doesn't have to be a long notice, like 2 to 3 hours. We could get that ready for you. Just come in and pick it up and serve it on the table.
Yeah,
And have
that's
lunch.
beautiful. So now, today also, tonight actually starts Hanukkah, the festival of lights for our Jewish
I think
friends.
Gene celebrates every year.
And I come in here. You know what I do? I make potato pancakes by hand every
do?
year. That's my tradition.
Yeah.
I make a mean
How are
potato
they?
pancake,
Oh, you do?
potato
Yeah, good.
latkes. They're good. Obviously, not coming here for my potatoes and onions, but I do come here. Perfect accompaniment with my potato latkes dinner. You know what I get every year, Gene? Beautiful piece of salmon, whether it's the fresh caught Atlantic salmon or
The wild salmon.
the wild salmon that you usually have here. It goes great. I throw that on the grill a little bit with some hollandaise and dill sauce, and you have
Sounds
that
very good.
with
Mhm.
the potato latkes. It's a perfect pairing. A nice Pinot Noir along with that, a little light red wine, and I'm in heaven. And that's what That's how I roll on the Hanukkah holidays. That's 8 days of that.
Eat that thing already and stop already with your nonsense about your cooking. Come on. We all know you can't cook. That's great. Look at that. That's
He
beautiful.
has to at least know something about cooking, so
Mm.
can't be a food critic.
You would think not. I mean,
Yeah.
but I mean, if you see the way he eats,
I surprise people with my skills sometimes.
right?
Yeah.
Barbarians, I mean, you're thinking of some old movie with like Raquel Welch, Yeah.
He's got all kind of stuff on there. All kind of stuff.
Lubie's going off about my plate. You guys.
A disgusting, style like we've never seen before. I'm surprised restaurateurs don't throw us out of there. But
Because I enjoy every bite. I savor it, and then I talk about it. I
Savor it?
describe it. I take pictures of it. I post it on the Let's Eat South Florida group. I talk about it here. I sing the praises.
I mean, it's better to be feared than loved, man. You know that.
I sing the praises of praiseworthy places. That's what I do.
It's always fantastic coming here, though. It really is, Gene. You guys do a tremendous job, and there's a reason you're so popular. And I mean, look, there's been a steady stream of action here since we walked in an hour ago, and it's amazing. I mean, how quickly and efficiently they take care of everybody.
Yeah, and I just want to say I thank you and Jose and, of course, Doug and the entire staff and crew here. You guys really knock it out of the park in terms of the customer service. Anytime people come in here, even when there looks to be a crowd, you take a number, boom, there's a lot of counter help. You get in, you get out. The cashiers here are always friendly, and they, boom, ring it up. And, it's a wonderfully efficient place. And, you were remarking how you were in a supermarket earlier this week, and everybody looked grumpy.
Everybody looked bummed.
sad.
Yeah, no, they did.
And,
yeah.
Here,
they knew they were getting robbed. Yeah.
Here I see happy
We
faces.
want to be here. We want to be here, and that's why we want people to come in and then buy our products so we could keep on going. So
these guys are baking a cake. They got 2 dozen
got
eggs. They're ready to go. It's
They
fantastic.
got in the case there. You got soups. You got that wonderful chowder. I didn't even really eat much of the chowder yet.
You ate the whole bowl.
It's
Come
sitting
on.
here getting cold. Well, I got so enamored with the stone
stone
crab
crabs,
and the spinach.
You went for the big items.
And,
as always.
the shrimp.
Yeah.
You could even come here and celebrate Festivus, which is the holiday for grumpwads like me. When you have grievances, and of course, it's the made-up holiday from Seinfeld, where people, they get together in perfect harmony to then yell at each other and complain about their grievances for the year. And I'd say all grievances can be aired and
they can
buried
be forgotten right here at Delaware Chicken
as
Farm.
long as you
Yeah.
have a
Good
platter
food.
of some of this delicious seafood.
Yeah, good food.
You've outdone yourself today, Gene.
Every time it seems
Every
like it
time.
just gets
It's more
better
extraordinary. Yeah.
and better. And thanks to all of you for all the hospitality, and I wish you and yours a great holiday season.
Thank you. You too,
And,
guys.
Thank you so much, my friend.
I guess we're
Yeah.
gonna we'll take our first break, but again, people, 7 days a week, Delaware is open, and it is here to serve you for the holidays. 4191 North State Road 7.
Got to be the best food market in town.
in
No,
Hollywood.
I mean,
It's-
unbelievable job they do.
You
here.
know, it had
Unbelievable.
association. Michelle Bernstein loves to shop here. She gets some of her products, and
I'm just
there's-
like you said. You're looking around. I was in the grocery store. Everybody looked like they were ready, for a dilaudid drip. And in here, I mean, they can't wait to get served, and they get served quickly, and it's all different sections.
We pride ourselves
It's
in
so
doing
beautiful.
so.
Yeah, really a nice job here by Delaware.
Yes.
Thank
Unreal.
you, Gene. Well, have a great holidays. I hope it goes smoothly for you and the whole crew in here. And I see Jose over on the other side of the seafood counter, gonna raise a stone crab claw in his honor, because he's the seafood manager here. He's out there in his waders. He's in his boots. He's actually
Like
out
he's
there
on the
pulling up
beach.
traps.
Yeah.
Sometimes he goes out and
He's like this. I
inspecting
got
all
one.
the-
I got one.
he's
Okay.
inspecting all the trucks,
Trooper on sale.
and he'll turn it away if he doesn't like the way some fish
Nah.
looks. Or
It has to be the best quality. If it's not, then Jose is not gonna get it. So
Good
Yes.
stuff.
Mm.
All right.
All
Thanks,
right.
Gene.
Let's take a break, and then we'll come back on the Lunchbox.
And
And we
keep
got
eating.
more food topics to talk about and more food to eat before Defo
Some
goes
stuff
on
going
his 48 hours Bobby Sands,
I'm not sure I'm
Dick
gonna make it.
Gregory fast. I don't
We'll
know.
see
what's
what
going on.
happens. Yeah. Now, this is right up there with Navalny. You would think I was in a Russian prison, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if I can do it.
I don't see this in any.
This is the way to go out, though. If you were going to go out in style. And if this was the Last Supper, it's a beautiful thing.
Oh, speaking of it, Russia is calling me right now.
There you go.
Started talking.
They want you to bet there
Should I
instead of at
answer
the Hard
it?
Rock across the street.
That's
It's
weird.
Putin. It's Vladimir Putin on the phone.
you probably see some stone crab. He wants you to reserve him
they
some
don't
stone
get
Jealous
crab.
of the
Good
Mayo
stuff
gig.
there.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Moscow. All right, we'll be back after these words. 4, a Delray Beach favorite since 2010. Casual waterfront dining right on the Intracoastal and the Avenue. Located at 840 East Atlantic, there's valet parking and dock and dine available. By land and sea, this is the place to be with modern American cuisine, fresh seafood, and a sushi bar. Stay cool in the interior dining room or chill out on the air-conditioned outdoor deck and bar. All your favorites are here, including burgers, tacos, and their great spinach cheese dip. Weekend brunch until 2 p.m. and live music every Saturday and Sunday afternoon. For reservations and more information, go to deck84.com and tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Comfort food from a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar. A great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. Hey, it's Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, family owned for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Owner Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, that's my spot. It's upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have daily happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. People come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the blackened grilled wings, and of course, the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. All right, everybody, we're back, and we're having a seafood and holiday feast here at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market in Hollywood. But for Defo here, I don't know if you want to play taps. It's his last meal. I don't want to say last meal ever, but last meal.
We don't know
this,
if I can do this. We don't know if I can do it.
This insanity,
this would be the way to go out. I mean, yeah, there you go.
A 48-hour fast for reasons that are really inscrutable to me. It's just it's not for medical purposes.
Look, here's the deal. You found out a few days
procedure.
ago that I have a master's, right?
Yeah.
Why do I have a master's?
And that you were teaching speech
What
to
does
people.
my master's do for me in my daily life? What did the master's do for me?
Nothing.
Well, you are
Nothing.
now making a living out of communicating with people.
Yeah, but I did that in
You could have
college.
done
I
it if
did
he went
the
to,
master's. I got it for no reason. No, I got a master's.
got a
To be brutally
GED.
honest,
But
I,
you-
from a young age, was like, I wonder if I can get a master's. That was literally why I got a freaking master's.
that's it.
That's it. So
I
sometimes
once-
in life, we just do crap to see if we can do it, to be brutally honest.
I used to
mean,
cover the masters, and that was much better than getting a master's degree.
Now you'd rather be in
I
the
got
Masters
pimento
over
sandwiches
Exactly.
and green wrappers. I got
Exactly.
to walk around the car.
You acted like that was good, right? You're getting a bologna sandwich at the Masters.
They
for
had
a
the
buck.
best. They did like a. This was kind of like the hidden treasure of the press room and also the shacks that sold sandwiches. They sold a chicken fillet sandwich that rivaled Chick-fil-A.
oh, really?
Oh, yeah?
That's pretty cool.
And it was only $2.50.
I'm still mystified by the Chick-fil-A phenomenon. I went by one the other day on my way back from Heritage yesterday.
Yeah, and they line up.
And,
for
and
block. They
I
block
can't believe it. It
It's
doesn't matter
insane.
what time of day. They're like 100 cars there. It's incredible. Now, is it really that good? I don't know.
No.
Some people
I
love
actually love
What,
Chick-fil-A,
what is it? I mean,
but it's not
is
that.
it the chicken sandwich with the pickle that's so popular? That
But
people
everyone
would
does
wait,
it
like,
now.
Yeah, but they have a special magic dust that they put in their coating, and it's MSG is what they use as a
Okay.
flavor enhancer.
I don't get it. I mean,
And
are you into Chick-fil-A at all or not?
I like, my daughter loves it. I've gone back and forth on.
Would
the
you wait
Popeyes.
online ever
No.
that long on a
Oh no,
line
I
that
wouldn't
long?
wait online. But again, Chick-fil-A is deceptive. They are very efficient. And even
Yeah, they
when
move
there's
quick.
a
Oh no,
They
they're
move
very
line,
good at it. No
they
doubt.
move it
No
through
doubt.
quickly.
Yeah.
Kind of just like here at Delaware.
Yeah.
where
They're
you
the
don't
only
see
place though
people-
where they have like actually traffic police out
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
They've hired off-duty cops to.
That's-
I mean, but it's packed.
If
all the
I was
time.
staging an
Yeah.
invasion of another country, I would hire all the crews from Chick-fil-A because they love they're able to
They
roll
They
in
should
the
work the border,
infantry.
man. I mean, Biden
and the
wouldn't have a
tanks.
Well,
single
it would be
problem. Yeah.
Delaware and Chick-fil-A. Honestly,
yeah.
It's, the service, customer service for those two places are ridiculous.
Hey, speaking of fast
Some
food,
food
what I
issues,
wanted
man,
to
my
talk
friend.
to you
Yeah.
today, like today is a momentous day. Not only is it the 21st anniversary of my ill-fated wedding, not only is it the start of Hanukkah tonight.
Would you say it was
At
ill-fated?
sundown.
No, it had some good.
No, it
residuals.
resulted in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
daughter, which is wonderful. She's
Yeah,
a
yeah, I
fantastic
mean, that's
individual. But the it's
So it
it's
wasn't
also
a complete mistake.
no. It's also the debut of again
across
the
the street, yeah.
expanded gambling across the street, craps, roulette, sports betting. It's being rolled out today at both, all their properties in South Florida today. Then they're going up to Tampa tomorrow to do their openings in Tampa, and then the Brighton and the Immokalee casinos will be on Monday, where they'll get all these different new
And you
games.
have no
and sports
invites
betting.
as a celebrity?
No, none whatsoever.
That's interesting. Well,
I
they're
have-
going like super duper A-list, you were saying.
Yeah, Mike Tyson, Dwayne Wade, Bruno Mars is the
Bruno Mars,
showcase
wow.
That's
event
crazy.
tonight.
Yeah.
Is he
Um,
going to be playing?
Diplo
a
is
show
doing the DJ
Really?
at the pool.
Oh, wow.
tonight.
Oh, right.
Is
But
Bruno
it's all
performing at the Hard Rock?
invite only.
At the
What's
live,
that?
at the live Hard Rock
Is
Live.
Bruno performing at the Hard Rock?
Hard Rock Live.
Oh, yeah.
Hard Rock Live, the venue across
He's
the
great,
street,
that guy.
7,000. He's
Great.
doing sold out shows tonight and tomorrow. But they're having their celebrations here. But besides all these momentous occasions, in France today, or maybe it was yesterday, but they celebrated the arrival of the first ever Krispy Kreme donuts in France, in
All right.
Paris, in the heart of Paris, which I don't know. You've been over there?
Yes.
Or, I mean, they are known for their patisserie and their
Put it this way,
boulangeries and their bake shops and their great pastries.
When you go to some countries, the food isn't as great as it's always purported to be, right? Like you hear this, that's not the case.
You think
Brenda
Paris's
looks
Paris
forward.
food,
I got to eat another
Paris's
stone crab.
food
I
is
gotta-
freaking amazing, and their baked goods. She wants to watch you dip it. Remember, she
Oh
wants to see you
hold
dip
on.
it.
Let me see. Let me get it
Paris's
easy to-
baked goods are literally spectacular. Like breakfast isn't a big deal over there, except for the baked goods. You get croissant, you get different bread, cheeses, jelly, stuff like that. It's very light, but the baked goods are really good. So to me, I know it's new, but it's like, why would you need to get Krispy Kreme if you're in freaking Paris?
Because maybe you're a homesick American student that
Yes,
has
that I
been
can
there
see.
for 6 months. Maybe you're just a French
Or something
Parisian
different.
who wants to, the French loved Jerry Lewis after all. So why
Yeah.
wouldn't they like a good hot glazed now, Krispy Kreme donut?
People like different stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
like we were saying, if you go to Italy, one of the things that's weird about it compared to here, as great as the dining is and as phenomenal as the food has been well documented on a lot of shows, you don't have near the variety that
You don't
do
get
in America.
variety.
Every restaurant
Yeah.
essentially is serving similar stuff.
Yep.
And you would imagine that the Europeans, even once in a while, they want to venture into something different. So, look, McDonald's is successful over there.
Oh, yeah.
Burger King,
The
always
Big
is.
Mac.
Yeah.
I was reading a little bit more about McDonald's was the first obviously fast food place to go into European countries like France, and they've tweaked their menu.
You would have thought it would have been a bomb, right? I mean, these
Well,
were foodies.
They go crazy for it because they're so used to that stuffy Michelin-starred 3-course,
Yeah.
like 5-course, 3-hour dinner, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, good, I could just get in and out
Let
and
me go
stuff
get
a
a burger,
in my
man.
face
Yeah,
in
yeah,
5
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
minutes.
yeah, don't get me wrong. We talk about it all the time. How like we make fun of you with Skyline because Skyline's just weird, but we all have our guilty pleasures. Defo
Right.
used to get the croissant sandwiches from Burger King. Like
Yeah.
they're not horrible. Like I'm not talking about getting fat. Even when you're away, you always want something different. I just think it's funny that the lines are out the door for Krispy Kreme, not getting Krispy Kreme, but
because
waiting for hours for
They
it.
pulled the same gimmick that they did here, and remember, for a long time, especially when new Krispy Kremes would open up around the country, and even here in South Florida, the shtick was the first 100 people in line would get free boxes of donuts for a year. You get one
Yeah,
box of a dozen per week for 52 weeks if you're the first 100 in line. So people would come and camp out for 3 days to be that first 100. It's amazing what people
Did you ever do it?
But-
Was that a
and
tent
then-
I saw in your car?
Thanks,
Mayo?
Gene.
What the heck?
And they were doing the same thing in Paris, that they were giving out promotional, freebies and coupons for free donuts for the year. To
Okay, so
certain
that's
people.
what it is. Okay.
So
Well,
that's
when
what
they're hot,
attracts.
they melt in your mouth. So I mean,
They're great.
They're comparable to
They're
any
great.
pastry
It's
you
when
would
that
get.
flashing.
They're great. They're great.
The flashing neon sign says "hot now," and when you see that "hot now" flashing, and you go in, I brought
It's
my
as
like
good
a
as any
bagel
dessert.
shop.
It's
Yeah.
as good as any dessert.
Like a
I'm,
good
I'm not
bagel
judging Krispy Kreme. Believe me,
It is as
my
good as
family
any
lives for
French
Krispy Kreme.
pastry or Napoleon. Because I can't. I'll never forget the first time I took my daughter to Krispy Kreme, and she was probably about 10 or 11 years old. She's like, "What's the big deal about this, Daddy?" And I saw the one up on Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, had the hot now sign flashing. We roll in there, we pick up a dozen. She ate the first one literally in about 3 seconds. It
melts
was
in
like
your mouth.
me doing a big bite.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't scalding hot, but they were warm, and she just scarfed it down. She goes, "Oh my God!" And she ate 2 more. Not kidding you. Within 1 minute,
That's the problem
3
with
of them were
those.
gone.
Yeah.
And
You're eating like 3-4
yeah.
donuts. You don't even realize it. God forbid you should get a coffee roll.
That's the thing. They have other
You'd
good
be in a
stuff.
hospital after that. But, no, not surprising that it's popular there. And now, what about this other story here, where the woman threw a burrito bowl
Pulled a
in the
Reno.
face of a worker, and now the judge just said, "Hey, you're going to have to work in a fast food joint if you want to eliminate half of your sentence."
Well, that's funny. Oh, that's a great.
And he's throwing her in a slammer too. That's part of it.
See, I love the fun
I
sentences.
think this was somewhere in the Midwest. I don't know if it was Kentucky or whatever, but it was a Chipotle. A woman was dissatisfied with her burrito and started
see,
berating the manager.
It was like a
the
burrito
Chipotle.
bowl. Yeah.
It was a burrito beration, which is
exactly.
It's like you can't berate
How bad
people.
could it be?
It's,
I mean, I
it's
don't know.
Chipotle. What do you want?
Yeah.
So she was mad, and then she didn't get a new one. I mean, something happened, and she ended up throwing the burrito in the worker's face,
Oh,
which
God.
is
They're high. You can hurt
let a lot
someone.
of bounce.
very bad form.
Right.
I mean, and
Well, I don't care about the form. You don't want to actually physically hurt someone because you're pissed. Like that's stupid.
right. I mean, and look, it's
Go
one thing
bitch.
when you're the owner or proprietor of a restaurant, and if you're throwing out a customer, you just throw them out. You don't throw things at them and hurt them. Even though we were goading Reno yesterday at Heritage to start throwing arancini at bad behaving customers, but we'd hope that nobody would get hurt. And he's never going to do that, of course. But
You know what's funny? The people there were all happy too.
well, it's
For
not
all
to
of
be
the talk
happy about.
about aggravated customers and bad reviews.
That's a happy place. And
That's a good spot.
if you're going to be bringing
No.
in bad karma in there, then you deserve to get the boot.
Yeah.
So this woman who got arrested for throwing the burrito at the worker.
Mayo loves a Perrier.
Thank you.
Dave, you want the
But
diet?
she got
Yeah,
sentenced to some prison time. I think it was like 60 or 90 days
Oh, wow.
in jail for this assault with a deadly burrito.
It was 180,
And-
180 in jail, knocked down to 90, with
And
60 days off if she takes this job. So
60
30 days
off.
in jail.
And I
plus
think it
this
was
job.
she had to work 20 hours a week for
Right.
those 60 days at a fast food restaurant. I
Right.
don't know if it's at a Chipotle or a
She'll
fast
have to
to
get
learn
a
her
job
lesson,
somewhere.
to
Who's
learn
going to
her
hire
lesson.
her, though? I mean,
well, that's the thing. I
Yeah.
assume that the judge and they will coordinate.
You better line
with-
up a job with
You
her.
will line up the job. I don't know if she would be able to be hired at Krispy Kreme or Chick-fil-A.
Well,
Chick-fil-A.
what kind of maniac response is that anyway? I mean, please, Mayo. For all of the complaints, it's one thing you go around a lousy review.
Yeah,
Be
like-
careful, my friend,
Yeah.
because at the end of this 48 hours, you might be so angry that you might
I don't get
also
that way,
start
though.
throwing things.
We'll see how it goes. I'm afraid I'm going to be speaking
You'll
in
be
tongues
fine.
If
because
you
I'll be
roll
so
be
into
confused.
a Wendy's and get a
Roll
day
would be the key word there. Yeah,
and say,
You're
I'm
like,
so
"Get
hungry,
the hell
I
outta
haven't
here."
eaten in 2 days. Give me a...
But then you're happy to eat anything.
No,
at
and
that
then
point.
it takes time.
You are. You probably will have low standards. Yes. You
What
will have
is
very low
your
standards.
fast food restaurant of choice? So you don't eat the stuff.
He said he hasn't had him
You
forever,
know,
he said.
I always loved fast food. I liked all of them, pretty much. I liked McDonald's back in the day when it first came out.
Yeah.
It was kind of a novelty. I was going to McDonald's before they had sold their first million burgers.
Oh wow.
And this was in the 60s on Long Island. They had one in Merrick, New York. And I remember when they put up the sign, whoa, 1 million burgers they sold. Those were great. I like White Castle, believe it or not. I like garbage like that. You know. The only thing among fast food that I've tried that I find exceptionally weak, honestly, is, unfortunately, I hate to say it,
Skyline.
and I understand you might like it, but
That's fine. We're all on our...
Yeah.
I
like
got
I
a
said,
white...
I did not find it surprising that it became a Jiffy Lube. And I used to
Seems
go late
fitting.
night to Taco Bell, and I had every time
that's pretty
Del
rough.
Taco out in California.
I actually like Del Taco.
Jack in the Box. We had a lot of
That's
different
rough.
places that
Jack
were
in the Box is
considered
rough.
lame by many people.
I have a quick White Castle story. My mother, yesterday, we got done with a doctor's appointment, and there are no White Castles down here. in
They have the
South Florida.
frozen. My parents always have it in the
Exactly.
freezer.
So I had to run in and pick up, drop a prescription off for her.
Yeah.
And I went into the Publix, and she said she was in the mood for a burger, and I didn't want to run to a McDonald's and get her a cheeseburger, right? But I went into the frozen food aisle, and
What, frozen White Castle?
so they have these
love that
frozen
stuff.
White Castle sliders now. That
Yeah.
they
They're
sell.
okay. My parents get
And-
it.
But for mom, I thought it would be good because it's the right size. It's not too
Yeah.
big. She,
Yep.
she gets overwhelmed by food now.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
things
yeah.
have got to be a little bit smaller.
How
and
old is
She's in her
bite-sized.
90s.
She's gonna be 91 next month.
Oh.
God bless
Yeah,
her.
she's in her
She's
90s. Good
yeah.
for her. She's still eating food and,
And
Should have brought her out
She-
here for the stone
She
crab.
has a huge appetite. She would eat a stone crab and the shrimp in a heartbeat. She loves all this. You
Yeah.
should see her. I bring her sometimes ribs from Christine Lee's at Gulfstream. This woman, you would not believe it. It's like
How
a
many do you eat in the
buzzsaw.
car, though, before you get it to
No,
her?
no, no. I let her. She has it for like 3 days. She has like 3 ribs at a time. But
Oh, nice.
she gnaws these things down to the bone. It would be like I don't know, some kind
Like
of
Skippy Dog.
like a
Yeah,
T-Rex.
dog, a T-Rex.
Like a
I don't know what
T-Rex.
kind of wild animal like
That's
gnaws
great.
down all the meat off. So all
beaver.
you have is
Yeah, they even eat the wood.
Or Mike Mayo with stone crabs.
She's amazing.
Like Mayo with
She-
anything.
But anyway, fed her 2 of those little sliders, and she loved them. She loved
Oh,
the
good.
White Castle
Yeah, they're solid.
sliders. That was good.
Next
Yeah.
time you're in Vegas, if you go out with us for the Super Bowl, if we ever get that arranged, come out. The White Castle in what used to be, I think, like
Oh, interesting. I
the
didn't know.
Imperial
Vegas
Palace.
had
I
White
They
forget
Castle.
what
have
hotel it is
In-N-Out
now.
there too, but it's
Well,
not
you
the
don't like
same
In-N-Out,
as the
you're weird
one
about
Yeah,
in,
but you're down on In-N-Out Burger at this point.
Well,
Oh, he wants to cook to order, but it's like a fast food place. They don't
In-
cook burgers
In-N-Out
to order
is
at a
still
fast food place.
a million times better than White Castle.
Mhm.
But
It
In-N-Out,
depends on your taste. It
it's
really does.
disappointed
Yeah.
me because they used
Sheldon
to be.
G would disagree. He loves White Castle.
They
That's
used to
fine.
cook
I like
to
In-N-Out better.
order at In-N-Out, and they stopped doing that. At a certain
they
point
did?
when the
Oh,
lawyers
It's
got
fast
to them.
food. I mean, what are you gonna do?
No, but that's what made them the greatest. Was that they actually, if you
That's
said I
true.
want a
Yeah.
medium rare
I mean, that's
burger,
amazing. Yeah,
They
I
would
mean,
cook
I'm
that.
not
Rare
lying.
time, he's actually right about something.
but then the
yeah, obviously
lawyers,
that's fantastic.
the
but yeah.
lawyers got to him because it's too much of a risk to
Well,
serve
they're using
anything
AME,
less
like-
than 145 degree internal
Oh, yeah.
temperature,
especially if it's
medium
meat.
to medium well burgers, especially when they're skinnier and being served to all kinds of older
And again, the
people.
quality of meat isn't.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway,
All right,
shenanigans.
what about this cheesesteak truck in New York with Bradley Cooper?
I missed
How,
that
how
one.
surprised would you be if you saw Bradley Cooper working a food truck, which he's a part owner of, and apparently he's a big advocate of this, and he was actually
He grew up in
like he was,
Philadelphia.
at Wicked Cheesesteaks. He was making cheesesteaks
Yeah.
like he was Brian.
He grew up in Philadelphia, so it makes sense that he's aligned with a cheesesteak
Supposedly, really
business.
good too. Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind. He's seems like a very personable guy. He's got this new movie, Maestro, coming out about Leonard Bernstein,
There you go.
who's a very intriguing figure, and it's going to be a great.
Are you going to that? You're
getting-
taking the daughter for education?
Getting a lot
purposes?
of Oscar buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that movie.
All right.
I liked everything Bradley Cooper has done, starting with Silver Linings Playbook. Big Eagles.
No, he's really
fan.
good. I like him.
He's
Yeah.
hanging out at the Eagles games with Jeff Lurie.
Oh, he's a huge Eagle fan.
Yeah, I would eat one of his cheesesteaks. Why not? Hey, we got to talk about
What do you got
steaks.
there on the sheet, man?
Let's talk about Tropical Acres.
Yes,
That's the place
sir.
for steaks. It's right down the
Now you're talking.
road and
good.
around
Yeah.
the corner from here. It's been there just like Delaware. I mean, one of these iconic
Yep.
Broward food establishments. since 1949, and I can't even do the math anymore. 74 years, going on 75.
That'll be,
Yeah.
It's next year, the 75th
75,
anniversary.
yeah, 75,
That
yeah.
is a big, big number, and the Studiali family, I'm sure, are going to be celebrating in style. And this holiday season, you can celebrate in style at Tropical Acres.
Yes, sir.
Have holiday parties or just kind of a nice little family get together. They're going to be open for Christmas Day from 1 to 8 p.m. You better call them now because I know the book is filling up fast. 954-989-2500. 1 to 8 p.m. for your Christmas Day holiday meals. They're going to be closed Christmas Eve. They're going to be closed New Year's Day. They will be open New Year's Eve and Christmas Day. Get into well, you could get in there right now, and tonight's a good night because you got happy hour in the bar.
Yep.
From 4:30 to 6:30.
You got Hanukkah, my friend.
With half price
celebrate Hanukkah.
drinks. On your liquid diet, are you allowed to just start chugging
no alcohol,
martinis?
no.
Only this
zero,
drink,
yeah.
you know that. But he'll
Get the light
I'm
bites
sure
at the
Monday,
bar.
wherever we are, I'm sure he'll enjoy
Zero
it.
chance of me going to Tropical Acres tonight.
No.
I want to get through the first day.
I got
You
a
can't do it on
chance.
martinis, Mayo. I mean, this is the whole purpose.
Well,
It's detoxing.
Not only that, you go in there, you get yourself a beautiful. I could detox on 2 martinis and a piece of
Believe me,
prime
I
rib.
used to believe that was detoxing.
I don't think that's detoxing.
Yeah.
Go for it. I'm not going to stop you.
It makes me feel plenty healthy, especially when I get my walks of life in, like I did this morning.
There you go.
You go in there and again, of course, they're known
It's like
for their
Jack LaLanne all of a
prime
sudden.
rib,
Yeah, Mr.
filet
Healthy.
mignon. They've got rack of lamb. They got some great seafood. They got that surf and turf pasta with the tenderloin and the shrimp. All your favorites are there at Tropical Acres. They'll take
What
great
about
care
this
of you.
dish that you fell in love with that originally you made a face?
Yeah, you would have never gotten that dish.
That
You
was the
never
I'm
got
glad
pasta surf
Jack
and
made us
turf.
eat
Yeah,
it because
yeah,
you would have
wow.
mocked us if we had wanted that
it's-
dish.
Yeah,
It was
we
great.
ordered that. You would have said, "Man, you wanted
I
that."
eat it at the bar
Lubie.
sometimes. You know, it's one of the few places. My father, rest in peace, one of his favorite dish was the chopped sirloin, crowned chopped sirloin. They call it. Back in the day, some people would call it Salisbury steak.
I was going to say like a Salisbury steak.
A big old piece of broiled, just chopped sirloin,
Yeah.
and they top it with the fried mushrooms, onions. You know, the
Oh,
sautéed
I love
mushrooms,
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
onions,
nice like
and
diner
the blue
dish.
cheese, the Roquefort cheese.
Yeah, it's nice.
I think they sell that for
Good
like
stuff,
$20. It's so good.
Yeah,
and you
it's a
get
nice
the salad and the
dish, yeah.
side dish with it. I love Tropical Acres and the Studiali's and everybody.
You got
there
a
will
punch
take
card or anything I
great-
can borrow? I'll,
Yeah,
Yeah, you
punch
should. Go in there
card
and get
for every
the free meal.
13 meals that you purchase. I mean, every 12 that you purchase, you get the 13th on the house.
Oh, nice.
One of the many reasons we love Tropical Acres. Go in there today and tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Let's do our second.
It's a great spot, man.
break.
All right. Hopefully, Mayo will leave some stone crabs for the rest of us, and we'll be back to Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market in a moment.
Want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting? Have I got the place for you? Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasta platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi. Fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Mondays. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets. They've got eggs Benedict. They've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. It's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street.
open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6. The early bird special runs from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. We're back on the Lunchbox. Going to be wrapping up this edition and let Defo go on his 2-day tour.
48 hours,
of
my friend.
Not eating, but
2 o'clock Saturday, I'll be eating again.
I don't even know how you're going to get through. Well, never mind the show at Gulfstream tomorrow, where you usually just
He
have
needs
a
to get the
nice
salad. He'll be
modest
okay.
We'll do
salad.
that, yeah.
The
And a
Chardonnay
Chardonnay.
will be the struggle, I guess, but he'll be all right.
I can
But
live
he'll
without
be
that for a
watching
couple of
us
days.
eat. You
Yeah.
know, I'm going to be taunting
Yeah, but he
him a
watches
little
us eat
bit.
every day.
I don't care.
And-
You don't bother me at all, man. I pay no attention.
And even just getting through some of these live spots, like through our newest sponsor, and we love the people at Batch New
I haven't been there
Southern
yet.
Kitchen
I'm
and
very
Tap.
excited about it.
We'll have to
gotta
get Defo
get
out there.
you
Yeah, we'll
out
be there
there.
next week.
They have great
And Defo
weekend
do with us.
brunches
Yeah.
with bottomless drinks. They've got great lunches
I have
with
to
some
put them
salads
here.
for you. They do this Southern Cobb salad. That's very.
Did I put
By
that
the
up?
way,
you know.
Reno's salad yesterday was absolutely fantastic.
That's great. And
That
they
was a
also
great
have
presentation.
a Southern burrata salad. So kind of spinning off the Italian theme
What's
that
in
we've
that?
seen.
It's
Well,
like
they have a
antipasto?
fresh made
Yeah.
burrata over a whole bed of different greens and
Nice.
vegetables, but
All
they put a Southern spin on it too. Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap is a great place also to get together with friends for the holidays. When the temperature dips like this, they got these fire pits on their patio. It's
Yeah.
a great place to kind of chill out, and they've got music.
Yeah, it's a nice
live
scene.
music
I think
tonight.
Wednesdays there every
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, live music.
Oh wow, okay, I didn't realize all those
And
days. Nice.
again, for the holidays coming up, they're collecting now every day. They call it the Shots for Tots.
Yep.
You bring a nice gift wrap present and you put it under their tree, and they'll give you a complimentary shot, which sounds like a
We're
pretty
not
good
talking
deal. to me.
nice
COVID-19 or
deal.
flu. We're talking like
That's
a
a
shot
nice
of
deal.
alcohol.
And then they have their big shindig a week from Friday. I believe it's going to be the 15th of December, where the Shots for Tots party, where they'll collect all the gifts. You bring it in, and then they're going to be going out and distributing it to various children in need and different organizations.
Just curious,
throughout
did you
South
ever
Florida.
cook one of those giant turkey legs? You see those in the case? They're
sound like,
unbelievable.
You sound
no,
like
I
Segredo.
haven't. Now
Segredo
he sounds
was
like
enamored-
Segredo.
Segredo
He's like,
was enamored
he's like
by
the
those
baby
two.
who's like, he sees the rattle and he's
Look
like,
at that.
"Ooh, look
Segredo
at those
did
turkey
the same
legs."
thing.
Oh, moly, look at that thing.
Batch has things like
Yes.
fried chicken and waffles.
And
And
today being Thursday, a lot of people call it pre-Friday. What's Friday? The weekend. They do a great brunch.
yes,
So
Great
get out there for the
brunch.
brunch.
that
What's
skillet
your
you
favorite
had-
thing there that you
Well,
had?
we had this. It was they call it
They had a bunch of things that are really
they
good.
call it, I believe, a Cajun shrimp Benedict. It's like eggs Benedict
Cajun
topped with
shrimp
this
Benedict.
spicy shrimp and this hollandaise sauce that was
That thing,
completely
and then
on
that thing
point.
that I ordered, which was the chicken
It's- I
with
think
the
they called
grits, the
this-
cheese grits
I
was
think they called it a Southern chicken skillet or something like that.
it was
had egg
fantastic.
on top,
Yep, and the cheese grits were great. I love the nice cheese grits. They were
fried
really nice
egg
job.
on top of this like chicken.
That's
and
right in
the cheesy
downtown
grits.
Fort Lauderdale.
It is. And they have
$5.25.
free garage parking right in walking
Right,
distance.
525 North Federal Highway, and that parking garage is literally right across the side street there, just to the west of Federal Highway. And you go in there and you get free parking, and everything is hassle free. We're going to be doing our show there next Wednesday on the 13th, and then we're going to be sticking around at night too. We're going to be doing
Spaghetti.
You know,
I get
Day
together.
night doubleheader.
we're going to call it Lunchbox After Dark. We're going to do anybody who comes out there and hangs out with us and says our name or tells them Lunchbox, 20% off their entire tab. that
Oh
day.
yeah,
So
nice.
it's
Nice deal.
it's going to be good. So that's at Batch, and then of
Well,
course
and Defo said the keyword Fort Lauderdale. We've been talking a lot about them this week, and we'll be talking about a lot about them going forward.
Coming up, my friend.
BL Food and Wine Festival.
blfoodwine.com. Well, it's like just one after
No,
another.
I love the way Lubie is actually the guy that's in control of the thing.
No, it's good.
Well,
He's
it's-
the only guy that's
and I'm getting
coherent
hit
after
with
this.
texts.
Well, you've
left
hit
and
everything.
right.
The only one we haven't done is
Massive
Visit
amount of
Lauderdale.
food, yeah.
And again, we've talked about them a lot this week. But
Yeah,
It was
Oh,
good
Quee.
seeing Phil, by the way. yesterday.
Before we get to that, Quee from Kaizen,
We love
who
Quee.
I sing his praises also because he does a great job. The
Always looking to improve.
he has never been to Heritage, and his ears
Really?
were burning because
oh,
I
you're
was
slacking,
talking
Quee.
with Reno later in the day yesterday when I was hanging out there. I said, "Have you been to Kaizen for sushi?"
That's so
yet?" He
funny.
says, "No." I said, "You got to go there. You got to
Yeah.
hang out with Quee. He's a great guy."
Yeah, they didn't
And
enjoy
then
it.
Quee at the same time basically was texting me. He's like, he didn't know I was there or talking, but he goes, "But I want to." He had never been. He's going for lunch today to
Oh, good
Heritage.
for him.
So we're gonna
Hey,
have
you know what's
another
coming next though?
meeting of the great minds.
Asian Italian fusion.
That's it.
Coming
Hey,
up.
you never know.
But Quee has
Two of
asked me
them
what I
together.
usually get at Heritage, so I'm gonna have to get him.
There's a whole list.
with,
but
I'll get. Hold on.
Tell them to try a pizza.
we'll
for
try
sure.
it.
But again, they're two of the better
But
places in the Fort Lauderdale area for
Try and
food,
take
and
care of this
Visit
spot.
Lauderdale
Heritage
is right there.
Part of the great lineup for the upcoming Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival, January 8th to the 14th. All these great intimate dinners, along with different hands-on, cooking classes.
Yep,
They
yep.
have.
Experiences.
They have the Big Four events where if you use the promo code Lunchbox, you get an extra 15% off the already low ticket prices. Go on to vlfoodwine.com for the full lineup and to get your tickets. It's going to be a great time. It's coming up right after the holidays. And, of course, the Big Four is the bar fight competition Wednesday night, the new Asian-themed walk and roll event Thursday, the poolside barbecue event Friday night, and then the grand tasting on Saturday at the Las Olas Beachfront Plaza. And, of course, on Sunday, it's a free event open to everybody, family-friendly. All these food trucks and other interactive activities going to be going on that Sunday, the last day, the 14th. That's free entry. But for the ticketed events, go online to vlfoodwine.com. Perfect gift for the food lover in your life this holiday
What about this
season.
discount? Did you mention it?
Yeah, he did. He
I
did.
said,
Okay, good.
Lunchbox. Are you
Again,
paying attention? Oh, he's already hungry.
He's ready
No,
to go.
I can't believe the size of those turkey legs. You remember when they had the turkey leg food truck?
Yeah,
It was
no,
one of the
that's-
original food trucks, and the guy came around and he was at the
I've
stadium
never
all
actually
the
eaten
time,
one of them, man.
and he was selling a giant turkey
Shirley
leg.
loves them.
It was right out of John Madden's,
Oh, the
mobile,
Thanksgiving,
truck.
yeah.
But
No, they are ginormous.
Those are huge, man.
They are bigger than anything you've
Wow.
seen at Disney World.
Those are
and they
whoppers.
are, it's funny now. I'm looking at
They're
it.
pretty
and
big.
I'm,
I mean, you
I'm
can't help but
distracted.
notice it. Yeah,
Those are the biggest legs I've ever seen.
big-legged woman.
And
That's
that's
all.
why, like, Tony, just in the middle of a sentence, is just blurted out.
because you're not looking at the case.
goes to
You're
genius.
Well, he
So-
started interviewing him about the turkey legs. How many do you
turkey
sell a
legs are those?
day?
You sell-
You're so
much do they
enormously
weigh?
focused. Yeah, that you're not into this.
Are those like? Those come from a farm that was near
Yeah,
Chernobyl.
Tony's out
How
there a
did they
little
get so big?
Chernobyl.
No.
Good luck, Defo, on
Great
your
stone crabs, man.
fast.
Whatever they are, they're the freshest you can get.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
you come in on here. Yeah, come on into Delaware Chicken and Seafood. It is the place to be
Yes.
this holiday season.
Gino,
Pick up
great job,
whatever you need for your holiday table. All right, that's going to do it for today.
Gulf Street
That's
Park
it?
tomorrow.
Big thanks to
You out
everybody.
to the
We'll
casino?
We'll be back out
No?
to the track. Black 17, baby. That's my
All
lucky
right,
number.
There
play
you
some
I
roulette.
might run across the street. Maybe you'll get hit by a car. Or not. I'll play Frogger.
There you go.
I'm going to go right across the street and check it out there.
There you go.
The classic. All right, everybody. We'll see you at Gulfstream tomorrow. Until then, enjoy every stone crab, shrimp, fish dip, and enjoy every sandwich.